All right, we're going over duck unders, but easy duck unders that saves your knees, that is easy to hit, doesn't require a lot of athleticism. They work themselves out. So the first one is we're trying to get him to grab our wrist like this. If we can get this grip where his thumb is facing us, we can duck him, we can do a duck right there. Now if he grabs my wrist like this, I can't really do a duck from here, as if I do, he's just gonna get his underhook with this arm, boom, and now I'm stuck. But if he has my wrist the other way, when I duck, his hand folds over, it's gonna be hard for him to get an underhook here. And plus the rotation from here, I'm opening his arm, exposing, versus right here, his elbow shut a little bit more, so it's harder to get that natural open. Right here, his elbow's already open, so when I go for it, it makes sense. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna approach our partner. I could go over details on how to wrestle and stuff and stance and all of that, and it really don't matter. I mean, it's jiu-jitsu. You just wanna learn how to hit clean stuff and make it work. So make sure you're stalking, you're pushing his shoulder just with your rear hand. You don't really wanna do that with your lead hand. I mean, he's just gonna check your elbow up and go for a snatch single. So I like to stalk with my rear hand, and then now I'm just gonna put my arm right here, and yeah, he's gonna grab it. It's just that simple. So we're wrestling, I push, I put my hand up, he grabs it, and now I hit it. So I'm gonna step my leg forward and collapse my arm that's on his shoulder. Boom, and then I'm gonna go the other way and go underneath his arm. Now this hand, I'm usually going for the waist or the leg for a high crotch. Usually the waist, best case scenario. If you go high crotch, it's all right. I would just say run a double, but if you go waist, then you can circle to the back. So you don't have to hit your knees for this one. This one is a very boom, boom. You don't have to go super low with it. So we're wrestling, maybe we're just like doing stuff, boom. I'm stalking him, he grabs my wrist, that's when I'd hit it. And I keep my wrist at a good spot for him to grab. I don't have it way down here. I don't have it up in my face. I don't have it too close to him. I want his arm to be a little stretched out. I step, I collapse this arm, and then I wave my arm and I duck under his armpit. Now, from here, I'm gonna step my leg into him right here. And then usually, it doesn't go this way. He's always defending. They're like circling into, they're trying to get their arm back. So you'll have to follow them. So you want to step in to cut that circle, and then you can chase the corner. You don't want to just do side to sides in a merry-go-round unless you have a neck control. If you hit a duck under with a neck control, then you can just like swing and pull his neck down. If you have like a waist grab and you go under, if you swing from here, it doesn't really break his posture and you'll usually lose your grip. So you kind of have to cut him off. When you have like a waist grab, like a tricep, there's so many different ways you could do a duck under. We're just going over the basics. So stalk him, rear hand, you're pushing him. Maybe you guys are like wrestling, you're going here, you stalk him, he grabs. You can still do it if they get it right here. This is fine. Don't think you can't do it, it's just not as good. Step, collapse your arm, windmill, and go under. And then from here, you step in and you're trying to push him, and then you can circle to the back. All right, so you're cutting that angle off, you're stepping, you're windmilling, you're going under, and then you're stepping through his legs. And by then you should have a body lock. Pretty easy, it's pretty simple. First one, so stalk, 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 he grabs my wrist, step and collapse right here, squat, windmill, underneath, step in. When you do it faster, it should be boom, like right there. And then you're just cutting that corner and getting behind his back. So the first one was just off of him grabbing my wrist. Step, windmill, boom, you're under. So now we got a couple other ways to do duck unders as well, not just off of him grabbing my wrist, okay? So, wait, ADHD. I forgot which one was I showing next. Oh yeah, we're gonna show off the underhook now. So anytime you guys have an underhook on your partner, underhooks are extremely easy to get when you're wrestling in jiu-jitsu. And wrestling a lot harder. Because when you guys are staying like this low, it's hard to get your underhooks. When you guys are standing tall, it's just so easy to punch an underhook. We're like in the movement, just like get an underhook. So now we're hitting a duck under from an underhook, okay? Now, first thing, when you get an underhook, don't grab the trap and let your elbow sit like this. You're gonna get chicken winged right here. Ask me how I know, it happened to me. It's not fun. So hand on his shoulders, and then now you wanna turn your hands down and flare your elbows. So this is like a good underhook right here. Now if he's running away, then you grab the shoulder and you like re-snap him, pull him towards you. If he's like got a whizzer and he's like running away from you, you don't want to keep holding this. You want to like switch right here and like snap him, get him close, but that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. Oh, irrelevant. There we go. Thank you, whoever that was. I think Alec. Yeah. So we're right here. We got our underhook. We're just starting from right here. Okay. Now you can either start with a collar tie, or you can start with wrist control. Okay. Duck under from here. Now you're gonna step. Same thing. It's step and then go back the other way. So step. Get your head on the outside. Flare your elbow. Go underneath that arm, and then now you're on its back. So it's the same movement as if grab my wrist. If he's grabbing my wrist right here, this way, back the other way. It's the same thing, this way, back the other way. So it's just getting you guys comfortable with creating this movement where you go one way and then you cut back the other way into the armpit. And if you can get that motion down, you can kind of hit duck unders from anywhere, really. So super basic, got an underhook right here. You either have his head, and right here you have his head, boom, you step, and then you go under, or you have his wrist controlled right here. Now, what's our left arm doing? Our left arm is flaring when we go for the duck under. So we step, and then now when we go back to it, look, I'm gonna flare my elbow so my arm comes off his back. So I'm not keeping my arm right here. If I did that, there's no way I could do it. So we're right here, step, flare, and then you come under. And then you're chasing a double, or you're chasing his back, something to that nature. Moving on to the third one now. Let me get you. So reoccurring in jiu-jitsu, people do this all the time. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I'm wrestling with someone and then they just stick out their fingers and I grab their hands. It's just, it always happens. I don't wrestle like that anymore. I'm always wrestling like get over ties, get over the top, and not control hands and just win the hand fight. But a lot of people, they don't have confidence in their hand fight, so they start by grabbing hands. So really easy duck under you can hit from the hands. So if I'm right here and we lock hands, it doesn't matter how, if we interlace fingers like we're in love, or if we just clasp like crab grips. We're not in love, we're good, yeah, we're fine. We can totally do this. All right, so right here, boom, I'm gonna step as I open my elbows, boom, and then I'm gonna duck underneath that arm. Same thing, we're stepping one way, and then we're cutting back the other way. And now the reason I went to my knee that time is because I felt like his gravity was lower than mine, so I had to go to my knee to get underneath him. Okay, so if someone's stance is really low, it's fine, just drop to your knee and then go up. But that might hurt you guys, hurt the brown belt's knees, you know, the ones that we're not talking about, you know. All right, so right here, we're wrestling, boom. We just interlock fingers. All right, this is fine too. If he goes double wrist control, you can hit a duck from there too. But that's a little bit more advanced. That one, you have to feel it. So, but if we like lock hands, step one way, head goes on the outside, open your elbows, extend, and then you're up. And then now from here, you just let go, and he'll probably let go. He'll probably freak out and let go. If he holds on to your fingers like really tight, and he's like holding on from here, then just like pick him up or something. All right, so focus on that. So now we're going back to the underhook one. We're right here. I have an underhook. Watch my footwork. Watch the space I have. If we're too close, you're gonna feel like you need to do like a throw by to get under, okay? I see a lot of you guys getting right here and then you don't feel comfortable switching, so you kind of like throw by and look a little weird, not gonna lie. I was like, interesting. All right, so we're right here, we got an underhook. I'll get your whizzer. So watch what this arm is doing. I'm stepping, creating distance, and look, my elbow is flaring. I'm going under. So I'm doing a circle under. I'm leading the dance with my head. My hips stay in the same spot. I don't need to move my hips anywhere. I step, my hips stay exactly where they are, and I duck under, and then I get to the back. The more space you have, the better. Usually when you have an underhook, people are sagging their hips back, running away. So that's better. If someone's like running their hips into you, get pressure into me, I'm just gonna get a body lock and I'm gonna throw him. Or if he's running get an underhook on me, do something like this, where you like put your hips into me. So if I have an underhook, and he's doing this, I'm just gonna throw him by. So there's other options when people are pushing into you, but when someone's like running away and you're trying to hold them, no better time, boom, than to hit a duck, because their hips are far away. All right, so now we got the we're stalking, boom, he grabs my wrist, boom, I step, hit a duck. And the cool thing about this one, or ducks in general, if you fail them, and you're like right here, you got a really good position double leg. He doesn't have a cross face, because you're under. He doesn't have an underhook. You're just gonna finish this every time. So failed ducks are good because you can just run a double. So we got the one from the shoulder grab, you step, you circle to the back. We got the one off the underhook right here, step, boom, duck to the back. And now we got this one off of the finger control. Step, go to the back. We have the same step. Step one way, pivot, and now your head makes a circle as you pivot. Pivot, go out the other way. All right, 1, 2.
So what do you do so you're not mixing the throw by with any of the duck unders? Because I've been kind of mixing the two of them together.
Throw bys and duck unders, think throw bys is you're just leaning with your butt. Duck unders is you're always leaning with your face and your head. So when I'm right here, if I get an underhook and I go through for a throw by, I lead with my like butt. Or if I'm like stepping between his legs, I'm still leading with my butt. If I do stuff like I have a over tie and I like snap down, get an underhook, I'm leading with my butt still, boom, to go to his back. When I'm doing a duck under, boom, I'm leaning with my face. My butt never really led the dance, kind of stayed behind. And now there's different ways you can do ducks. You can do ducks from inside ties too. Like if I'm like right here, boom, and I can hit it from like an inside tie. You can hit duck unders when they have a collar tie and you just have like elbow control, step and then hit a duck. Those ones just aren't as high as percentage in my opinion because you don't have like instant control of them. If I do this, I'm like right here and I duck, like I feel like I'm gonna kind of have to like really chase him because I just threw his arm by. This arm's kind of weird. It works. I just always feel like they circle and face me. Inside tie, when I duck and I go, that one works. I just feel like it doesn't work for me. I haven't gotten it down yet. That's why I didn't show it. I don't truly believe in it yet. But the underhook one right here, a whizzer, when I go for it, boom, I'm so close and I usually off balance him so hard. I feel like every time I hit it, it's just perfect. The finger one too, you really get him over the top of you. And then the first one, the wrist control one, I have been having most success with that one. That one I can hit like, if someone doesn't know it, like 7, 8 times around, just over and spam it. Just boom, as soon as they grab, boom, you hit it. And you just go straight under. Thank you. All right, so now we're approaching actual jiu-jitsu. Our partner is in the guard and I'm passing his guard. So a couple of concepts when I'm passing someone's guard, unlike wrestling, if I'm wrestling him, I'm usually reaching with my rear hand, so I'm protecting myself, and my lead hand is usually like grabbing his wrist, staying close. That's why I'm stalking and keeping this hand close. But when I'm passing the guard, I never reach with my rear hand. If he like goes double wrist control and then like lay on your back, boom, I'm gonna have to step forward because I had no arm on that or no post to make me from keeping me from stepping. And if I step, I'm giving him the momentum, I'm giving him the ability, I'm off balance to go immediately into a leg attack. So I just am never reaching high with my rear hand. If I reach with my lead hand and he does that same thing, I got an anchor or like a post so I don't have to step. So even if he enters in, I got a foundation to immediately move on. So when you approach someone's guard, just keep that in mind. We're not really reaching with our rear hand, we're more reaching with our lead hand to get them on their back. So the first technique we're gonna go over is something that I have just now started working, probably like a month ago. I've always done it, I just never knew. I like recorded myself, or actually I hit this pass on Tommy Langacker at Who's Number One. I never really learned it. And then I started watching myself roll like on tape, and I was like, oh, what am I doing there? And then it actually worked. So we're right here, I'm going to push him down with my lead hand, pick up his rear foot, and then go over the top of his knee, right here. Now I immediately step, pivot, and step. And I go knee over his thigh right here. So I'm not in like headquarters, my knee goes around and I'm like on the side of him. And now the more this one can back step, the more you kind of can torque his leg. So it's a movement that is really natural for me when I'm passing, just getting here. When I'm passing, boom, just getting right here. Like anytime I'm like knee cut, I'll just like step right there. Or if I just got done like doing like a leg drag, I'll like come up and step right here. Just getting to this shelved position, I think is gonna be like my new headquarters. Like anytime I can get there, I love it. You're at an awkward angle, and the only way he can attack is by going into my legs and attacking from this. Like he has to chase this leg. He can't attack my hands. He can't attack anything over here, so I'm expecting everything. So one more time on the setup. We're just gonna push the shoulder down for our lead hand, pick up the foot, and go over the top of his knee. And then we're gonna step, pivot, step. And now we're at this angle. Now, from here, there's a couple things you can do. My favorite is just back step. Knee on his stomach, hand on it, and then back step. And you're right here and your butt falls on his shoulders. Now, the best back step is when your butt hits his face. Not gonna lie, it's just, trust me. So a lot of people back step and they'll be like way out here. He's gonna get his guard back every time. It's just, if he has a good guard. Unless he's a half guard player, then he might not get his guard back. I'm kidding. So right here, so my elbow hits his stomach, my knee hits his stomach, and my butt lands on his shoulders right here. This is how I should back step always, unless you're in the gi. If you're in the gi and you're in like a knee cut position, you have a collar grip, you can afford to get way out here because then you can work with it. Not in the no-gi. So when you back step, land on him. So we're approaching the guard, we're gonna step, pivot, step, knee hit, elbow hit, back step, and I'm landing on him. Great position. We're gonna work off of this. Get the back step down a little bit, feel fluid with it. We warmed up our knees in the duck under, so you should be able to go up and down relatively easy. If not, just play guard. But so we're right here, boom, step, step, get this angle, knee hit, elbow hit, back step. And you're controlling this leg the whole time, okay? And your elbow goes close. If your elbow's high, he'll shoot like a reverse triangle every time. And now you gotta deal with that crap. So elbow down right here. You guys got it? 1, 2.